I'd like to introduce to you the author of a book that will guide you on how to maintain your vision, build it, safeguard it, and most importantly, expand it. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for author Kehinde Daramola.
My name is Kehinde Daramola. You can call me Kenny. That sounds easier, right? All right, I'm the author of this wonderful book, From Zero to Hero. And you can clap, it's allowed. It's fine. All right, and basically what the book is about is my journey from where I used to be to where I am right now. The lessons I've learned, the principles I've applied are all the things that I've written in this book. You need to get yourself a copy. Okay, right now I'm going to share a story with you. It's one of the stories I shared in the book. You want to hear my story? All right, awesome. Okay, there was a king that wanted to give his daughter away in marriage. So what he said was, I want the bravest man in this village to marry my daughter, right? So there was a competition, and the competition was this. There was a river filled with crocodiles. Now the person that can swim across that river and comes out the other side alive will marry the daughter. All right, so on the day of the competition, all the young men in the village were by the river. Like the whole day, nobody could jump into the river. Who wants to die? No, I don't want to die. So just towards the end of the day, then there's this servant, this slave actually, was in the river. And he was swimming. And the next thing was at the end of the river. So people called him to say, hey, how did you do this? Like, what happened? Then he said, I never jumped into the river. Someone actually pushed me. Then when I found myself in the river, I just decided to just swim. And here I am. Now, the story sounds funny, but there's a lot of lessons we can learn from that story. Okay, now when the guy got into the river, he discovered two things. Number one, the crocodiles were actually plastics, right? They were not real crocodiles. Then number two, he discovered there were treasures under the river. Now what happened is this, the kings does this, they hide their treasures under the river. Then they lie to people to say there are crocodiles in this river. So you don't go near the river and you don't see the treasure. But this guy was able to discover the treasure under the river and was also able to marry the princess. Now what am I talking about? There are lessons we can learn from this. Lesson number one, mindset. What have you been told? For a long time in this village, they've been told that there are crocodiles in this river. If you enter this river, you're going to die. If you swim there, you're going to die. But the truth is that you're actually hiding some treasures from them. Now, what have we been told? We've been told some people, business is meant for a certain set of people. We've been told you cannot start a business without money. You've been told, no, we are just supposed to live life and just see how it goes. What have you been told? The Bible says, but be thou transformed by the renewing of your mind. So it means the transformation process starts from you renewing your mind. To clean, to delete all those files that have been saved in your mind right now. Now, point number two, decision. Now, for a long time, those guys who were by the river, they were all folding their hands. And they were looking at their dream with folded hands and doing nothing. Now, the point to transformation is the point at which you decide to take action. That's the starting point. You need to decide to take action. Let me just digress a bit. Can you imagine, by the river there, you had really qualified people to marry the princess, right? Like the businessmen, the chiefs in the village. You have all of them right there. But the thing is that none of them could jump into the river. But a slave was in the river, and he was able to swim and marry the princess. Let me bring this a bit closer home now. The Bible says we are kings and priests. Is it not amazing? The Bible also said it's an abomination for a prince to be walking and a slave is on a horse. The Bible says we are kings and priests, right? But it's amazing that Christians are functioning more in the office of a priest, which is where we go to church, we pray, we dance, we sing. Awesome. But the office of the prince, which is the position of authority, a lot of us are lacking in that area. We need to stand up and take our place. The Bible says the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just. My question is this: when will the wealth transfer? What are we doing as Christians to transfer that wealth from where it is to us? Point number three, the swim. Guys, the swim is not easy. I can promise you. Imagine that slave, probably in his life he has never been in a swimming pool. All his life. And now he's in a river believed to be filled with crocodiles. So he's scared, he's trying to get some air, and every other thing that is happening in the river. The swim is not easy, but it is worth it at the end of the day. I remember when I started my business, I didn't have money. I was almost thrown out of my house. And that was like I don't know, to use this word, the wrongest time to start a business, right? But I just believe something that says determination backed up by faith knows nothing called impossibility. You've got everything within you to be a success. When God created Adam, God went to the soil to create Adam from the sand, right? But when God was going to create Eve, God didn't have to go back to the sand to mold something. God just went into what he has created already, which was Adam, and brought out Eve from Adam. So it means everything you need is right there in you right now. It's right there in you. We are born for a purpose and for a reason. And there's something you can do right now that no other person can do it as good as you can do it right now. Just to find out that thing. And then when you can find out that thing, that is the beginning of your wealth. The question to you today is this. Are you going to stand by the river with your hands folded and you're looking at your dream? You're looking at that business. You're looking at that thing, that decision. Miles Monroe said the richest place in the world is the graveyard, because a lot of people go to the grave with their full potential. Are you going to go to the grave with your potential? Or are you going to appear before God empty to say, God, I'm done. I'm on negative now. I've used everything you gave me. You have to swim. The swim is not easy, but you have to swim. I can share one or two experiences I've had in business with you. God, when I started my business, I wasn't driving as well. And so what I do, let me just tell you what I do, my secret. So if a client says, okay, this is my address, then I Google, thank God for GPS, then I check the nearest taxi rank to the client's house. So I take a taxi from my house to the nearest taxi rank to the client's house. So I check the distance. If it's not too far, then I walk. So I carry the whole panel on my shoulder, whatever it is, the bag, the tools, the glue I use and everything. I remember in particular, I had to walk for about 12 kilometers because I didn't have money for transport. So I walked from the taxi rank. So I had to use the inside route as well. I didn't want to go through the main road, so that people don't see me and say, is this guy okay? Now, by the time I got to the client's house, I was literally soaked. Like, I was wet. My jean was soaked. So I had to call the client to say, sorry, I can't come right now. I'm running late. Guess what I was doing? I was drying. Now, to make matters worse, I couldn't dry in front of the gate because they're going to say, what is this guy doing there? I had to go into the bush to go and dry. And right there I was crying. To say, you can imagine standing and waiting to dry. I can laugh about it right now, but that day I wasn't laughing. I was crying. But you have to swim. Because today I can look back and say, thank God I didn't give up then. Because today, I no longer have to walk 12 kilometers. I can just start a car and go. Today, I no longer have to carry those boxes. I've got guys that are working for me. Swim, guys. Tell your neighbor, swim. Tell the other person, say, swim. It is worth it. All right, I'm going to leave you with something very, very important. And it says, your past. Your past is a used paper. Your past is a used paper. Your present is a newspaper. And your future is a question paper. Now, the thing is that there are questions in that paper. What answers are you going to fill on it? Let me ask you one of the questions. What do you want to become? What's your vision? What's your plan? What's your purpose in life? A lot of people wake up every day to say, let's see how it goes. I'm just going to wake up and just go and see how it goes. You know, I'm going to go to work, as always, come back home and sleep, watch Muvango, and I do the same thing the next day. What's your plan? What's your purpose in life? Then the next question is this. Why do you want to have what you want to have? What is the reason? The day I wrote my vision down. Okay, and also let me point this out. Money is not enough motivation to start a business these days. Let me just put it out to you. A lot of people start business because they want to make money. But the day you stop making money, you're going to quit that business. You need something bigger than money. Something big that you're really looking at to say, no, this is where I'm going. So that when you're not making money, you're saying, this is where I'm going. Then when your staff decide to retire, whatever it is, that is where I'm going. You know what I said? A ship that doesn't have a direction is going. will move with the wind. Then you see people that say, oh, they said this thing is making money now. Let's go there. We're going to do it. Then tomorrow they say, oh, now it's this one. It's MMM. Whatever it is. They say. Then we're going to do it. I'm not saying it's a sin. But yeah. But the question is this. What are you supposed to be doing? What is that one thing? Who is the fastest man in the world right now? Say it, say it. Awesome. Both, right? Who is the second fastest man in the world? Thank you. I don't know as well. Because the world don't care about the second person. You just want to know the first person. Now my question to you is that what is that one thing we're going to know as this is your one thing? What is your one thing? A young guy came to me the other day. He was speaking to me to say, okay, and he said, you know what? I've got a lot of skills. I've got talent. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, I'm like, okay, awesome. That's good. But my question is this. What is that one thing that you can do that no other person can do? And it's like, actually, I'm like, okay, go and find that one thing and come back to talk to me. Because a lot of times we want to do everything. We just want to take the shortcut to just make this money. But we need that one thing. When I registered my business, guys, like I said, I didn't have money. The product was in China. It wasn't in South Africa. I didn't know how I'm going to get it. I didn't know what I'm going to do. So I was tempted to register the business with a general name. Like you can say, Tegova. A general name. So that when interior design is not working, next month I can go to music. And when music is not working, then you can go to, event planning. But I just told myself, no, this is a trick. So what I did was that I registered the company. The name of my business is Twinks Interiors. So I registered the company as Twinks Interiors. So I know I'm stuck here. So if interiors is not working, I will do interiors again. And if interiors is not working, I'm going to do interiors again. Because I know I'm stuck here. And that's the challenge with a lot of people. When you are registering your business, you already position your business for failure. The more options you have, the more likely you are to fail. I repeat that. The more options you have, the more likely you are to fail. Guys, we need to let the wealth transfer. The wealth is stored up for us. He said, creation awaits the manifestation of the sons of God. We are the sons of God. Creation is waiting patiently in eager expectation for our manifestation. And we have to do it. So like I said, we have to function in two offices. The office of the priest and the office of the prince, which is the position of authority. Are we going to make the decision to do that today? Are we going to take a little leave? Are we going to make the decision to say, no, that thing I've been looking at for some time now, to say, I'm going to do it one day. Now let today be the one day. And make that decision. Today is the day. I've got a lot to say, but I've got a very short time. But I've got my books here. And wait, let me give you a good news. I know you are thinking the book would be like 5,000 rands. I know. I can see your mind right now. I can discern your, I've got a good news for you now. The book is just 150 rand. Just 150 rand. So at the back there, you can have the book. Then on the screen, I don't know if it's clear. I've got, I've started a new foundation by the grace of God. And the foundation is called Zero to Hero Foundation. And the plan, thank you. And the plan for this foundation is to find people from zero. I'm not concerned about someone that is in the working class that is just trying to start a business. I want that guy smoking your own pee on the street. Because I believe right there there's a vision in there. There's a purpose in there. The guy is not a mistake in this world. There's a reason. He just needs to fix his mindset. Like I said, renew the mind. So that is what it's all about. And I believe, God, that it's going to happen. And it's going to happen big. So I've got, please do me a favor. Please follow me on Facebook, Zero to Hero Foundation on Facebook. And on Instagram, 02hero_foundation. If you want to speak to me as well, my phone number is 08467274415. And I've got the website, kehindederamola.co.za. Join me at the top because the bottom is overcrowded. Thank you.